Hello, I'm Eve Wilson. I'm UCM's first ever master healer, having certified over 100 healer practitioners. And I'm really happy to have a chance to share with you why UCM is such a special organization and how grateful that I am to have the benefit of them as the umbrella that supports my unique work. First of all, UCM is made up of very authentic, original, interesting people of great diversity, which is amazing. I feel so unconditionally loved and welcomed and at home with each of them. And also, they provide us with a unique level of support for entrepreneurs in the spiritual community who would like to serve under a true spiritual mission that is unique to themselves, that isn't something that somebody else's box that they have to fit in, that is their own flow from their true self. UCM provides a certifying organization, a legal protection for us to do our work in our own way, in our own unique, according to our own unique guidance. It's based on the founders of this organization. They believed that each one should follow what it is that God within them guides them to do. And for me, this is extremely important. I'll tell you a little bit about who I am and why this is so essential to me and my students and my graduates of my healer practitioner trainings. It's that I started my healing practice when I was about 16 years old, give or take. And from there, it continued to grow until at the age of 26, I was guided to begin practicing full time and to advertise as a healer. And when I did, I was quickly very busy, working full time within 6 months of beginning my practice. And within a year, people were asking me to teach. And at that time, I was aware, I had heard rumors of people who were being persecuted for doing alternative healthcare practices without a license. And while this might be fine for me, I did not feel comfortable bringing new healers into the world without providing them with a safety net. And so I went seeking an organization that would be an umbrella that would enfold me and my work as it grew, because at that time it was very new and very authentic as it has continued to be, but it has certainly grown since then. And I was very fortunate to find UCM, this lovely organization that had the attitude that their ministers could meet other ministers and bring them into this fold of legal protection. At that time, I was very busy with my own way of working, and Reverend Beverly Burdick Carey, who's no longer with us, was my sponsor, and she watched me during my classes, during my healing treatments. She invited me to speak from the podium at her church, to do messages and healings during their services. And she loved my work. She was aware that there was a lot of integrity and uniqueness in what I was doing. And she asked me one time, she said, "How did you get to be this way?" And it's just who I am. I suppose I've been doing it for lifetimes. So what I did not want was, I did not want to be restricted by an organization. So Beverly took my level of skill and abilities and incorporated them into my training as things I've already accomplished. She also transferred over credentials that I had from another organization that I'd been with for 6 years in my late teens and early 20s. And then she provided me with training that I didn't already have until she determined that I had fulfilled the requirements for ordination by UCM. And then I was ordained as Reverend Eve Wilson. And I was allowed to legally certify or to legally train people who would be certified as healer practitioners. And so I just took off with that. I have been doing it, like I said, for it's about 36 years. And UCM has never imposed on me, but always supported me and been such a gift to me in my life. There are specific ways that they have provided another type of unique protection, which is the legal protection that I received through this training that is now available to my graduates as a UCM healer practitioner and as a UCM ordained minister. There were 4 times in my career that I was in potential legal difficulty due to the fact of my alternative nature. Twice, those came during divorce and custody hearings. One was somebody else's, one was my own. And in both instances, I was not required to defend myself in court because once my legal standing was known, the lawyers who were attempting to discredit my work and make it seem as though it were perhaps shady or unethical were convinced that they weren't going to win that battle. And so I was not required to defend myself. And another time was when a group of alternative healers approached me and said that they were being persecuted by the government for not having traditional legal credentials, and that they had hired a lawyer who said that my advertising was exactly the sort of thing that the government was going to persecute in a legal proceeding. And I let them know that I was legal and that they could be legal too if they would like to come under the umbrella of UCM. I don't know what happened to them, but I didn't hear again that I should join their suit, or whatever you would call their defense, to join their defense against this persecution by the government. So I have been so grateful for the legal protection that UCM has afforded me. It has really been helpful at times. Let's see, I'm trying to think. The other things that I love about UCM has to do with the way that I can teach my students in accordance with what it is that what I call the essence of truth of God, the clearest focus of God that I can access at the given time, wants to move through me to teach my students, and how I don't have to stop and worry about fitting into a UCM box that would say you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to do all these other things that aren't really pertinent to you. They have a very reasonable set of requirements that are easily met and that easily make room for the alternative work that I teach, that I call spiritual healing and ascension. My work grew into ascension work for the planet and to help people to rise in vibration into what we call the new world. Many of you will know what I'm talking about. If you don't, feel free to visit my website, spiritualhealers.com, where you can read my international award-winning blog. You can find my book, Riding the Wave of Change, Hope, Healing, and Spiritual Growth for Our World. And you can join my classes. I am enrolling for Healer Practitioner Certification at this time. But I just want to assure you that if you are looking for an organization that has integrity, where the people are good, where the legal support is sufficient when needed, and where the organizational structure is accommodating of your unique call to serve from your integrity and in the highest good, because those who sponsor will make sure that they feel that you are in integrity and serving the highest good. And that's how we get this beautiful organization of people of high spiritual, moral, ethical, and service ethics. We are blessed to be together and supported by UCM. May they continue for another 100+ years in service of humanity and of spirit and of life. God bless you, friends. Thank you for listening to my talk. And do again, if you would like to, visit me at spiritualhealers.com. That's www.spiritualhealers.com. Have a great day.